what is a wavelet transform and what is a time frequency representation. So in this very short video, I will try to explain to you, in essence, what is a time frequency representation. So typically, when you're analyzing waveforms, you are studying in the time domain how the amplitude changes with time. So in this diagram, we are basically illustrating that, no? That we have here, we are analyzing, no, or visualizing how the amplitude is changing according to the time dimension. On the other hand, in the frequency domain, we are characterizing what are the amplitudes of the frequencies that are contained in the function. So in this case, one of the dimensions is, well, we are substituting the time dimension to the frequency dimension. And this is done with the use of a technique that is called the wavelet transform. Okay? And aside from that, we have also a time frequency representation. Typically, this is performed with a short time Fourier transform. Short time Fourier transform. Okay. So what is a short time Fourier transform? Basically, is dividing the waveform in the time domain, but we are splitting the whole time domain function in smaller window sizes, and we are applying the wavelet transform to each of these windows. And but the problem here is that we have a trade-off between the time and frequency resolution that we can obtain. For example, if we use a very small window size in order to apply the Fourier transform, well, you will have a better time resolution, but you will decrease the frequency resolution. On the other side, if you increase the time window, you will have a worse time resolution, but a better frequency resolution. So there is a trade-off. So one way in which time frequency representations try to avoid that to some extent is to use a wavelet transform. And the wavelet transform, in very simple terms, is essentially using a window size that changes with frequency. And this is illustrated in this diagram. You can see that we are analyzing the time frequency content in the following way, in which the higher frequencies will have a lower time window. So for this small time window, we will be applying a Fourier transform, but as we decrease in frequency, we will be increasing the size of that window. Okay, and the basis function, or the window that can help us to change its size depending on the frequency, is what we call a wavelet, no? Or a mother wavelet. So this is a very short video about that. I hope you like it. And I will be uploading other videos in which I will be explaining all these concepts of time frequency representations in greater detail. See you next time.